Revenge films.
My name is Brian. I work at a car dealership and live with my wife, Lisa, and our 5-year-old son, James. We all live together in an apartment halfway between our parents' homes, though until a year ago, we lived in Tokyo. We decided to move because James has asthma. After discussing it, Lisa and I agreed that living in our hometown with cleaner air than the city would be better for his health. In Tokyo, I worked for a decent company, and Lisa had been a stay-at-home mom for a while after we got married. Once we decided to move back, Lisa said she wanted to work while having our parents nearby to help out, so we both started working. She got a job at the Water Bureau, and I agreed to handle the household chores until she settled in. At first, I would leave work at 5 p.m. and go straight home, but recently I've been coming home late because of overtime and drinking with colleagues. After preschool, James started being looked after by both our parents, and picking him up on my way home became a daily routine, following Lisa's instructions. In November, my hometown, being a snowy region, keeps the car shop extremely busy during tire changing season. Overtime was constant, and I often didn't get home until after 9 p.m. Anticipating this, I had asked Lisa to take care of picking up James and the housework for a while, but she didn't keep her promise. One day after work, I noticed several missed calls from my mother, so I called her back. As soon as she answered, she said,
"Lisa didn't come pick him up and James fell asleep. Please come quickly."
It was already past 9 p.m. and James had preschool the next day, so I was suspicious about what Lisa was doing. I brought my sleeping son home without waking him, changed him into pajamas, and opened the fridge. It was empty. No dinner was prepared, and it didn't look like any shopping had been done either. If I weren't so busy with work, I would handle the shopping and cooking, but coming home late every day made that impossible. Rubbing my sleepy eyes, I reluctantly slurped instant noodles until Lisa finally came home. When she entered the living room, she was wearing full makeup, jewelry, and clothes for going out. I asked, "You're late. Where have you been?" She replied,
"Oh, I was suddenly invited to a drinking party today."
I said, "You went drinking without telling me, even though James is at my parents' place? Isn't that a problem?" Lisa, showing irritation, answered,
"What can I do? I work too, so I have to go out sometimes."
No matter how many times I warned her, her behavior never changed. I ended up shouldering all the shopping and housework while working from morning to night. I had to rely on my parents to take care of James, but my mother said,
"I'm happy to spend time with my grandson, so don't worry about it."
Which was a relief. I wanted to understand that my wife was working full-time, but her selfishness left me increasingly frustrated. One day, rushing to shop and pick up James after work, I passed near Lisa's workplace and noticed her car parked in the lot of a closed home center. Suspicious, I went closer, but no one was in the car. Wondering where she had gone, leaving her car there, I decided to check later by taking the SD card from her car's dash cam. When I watched the footage from the day Lisa's car was parked at the home center, it showed her meeting a man in the parking lot. When his car arrived, a familiar-looking man got into her car. He said, "I can't hold back." Then the audio captured them having sex inside the car. I felt utterly hopeless and wanted to stop the video immediately, but I calmly saved it to my computer and kept it as evidence of her affair. When I investigated her affair partner, I discovered he was Lisa's boss. I had seen him once before when I picked her up from a drinking party, which is why I recognized him. I couldn't forgive Lisa for abandoning all childcare and housework for her affair, so I decided to take revenge before filing for divorce. One day, Lisa told me,
I'm going on a trip with friends over New Year's.
Convinced it was an affair trip, I said, fine, when you get back, come straight to your parents' house. I'll be there first for New Year greetings. Then I immediately started preparing my revenge. During the New Year holiday, Lisa left for her trip dressed up and wearing heavy makeup. On January 3rd, under the pretext of New Year greetings, I went to her parents' house and handed them something. The SD card with the dashcam footage of her affair. When they inserted it into the TV and played it, the raw footage appeared. Hearing the audio, her father exclaimed, "Is that Lisa's voice?" Then her mother said,
No way! Could she really do something like this?
She was clearly shocked. Just then, Lisa returned from her trip. She entered the living room smiling and said,
I'm back!
but when she noticed her parents' cold stares, she asked,
Huh? What's wrong?
Then she looked at the TV screen. She froze as she listened to the audio, and when she realized what was happening, she turned pale and looked at me. I presented her with the divorce papers I had prepared and said, I'm sending all your things here. I've already changed the locks so you can't come back home. Lisa asked.
How long have you known about this?
Her father shouted, You! First you apologize! Then he forced her to bow her head. She apologized to me repeatedly, saying,
Please, just this once, forgive me.
But I shook my head. When I told Lisa that a woman who abandons her child to chase an affair is unfit as a mother, and that I would be taking custody, she seemed to realize the gravity of her situation and cried out,
Please don't do this to me.
in tears. But I no longer had any intention of forgiving her, so I informed her that I would be claiming alimony and left her parents' house. Afterward, Lisa and her parents came to my place and apologized repeatedly, but I refused to accept it and proceeded to claim alimony from both her and her affair partner. Since the divorce was due to her affair, custody of James was granted to me. Once the divorce was finalized, the fact that it had been an office affair spread quickly. Being a small town, rumors circulated rapidly, and Lisa and her affair partner were widely criticized, becoming isolated both at work and in the neighborhood. As a result, they both quit their jobs, and her affair partner, unable to endure the backlash, reportedly moved away. Lisa, intending to stay at her parents' house, was forced out because she couldn't handle the attention from neighbors and now lives alone in an old apartment. With her lover gone and forced to pay alimony while job hunting, she aged rapidly and her hair turned gray. She called several times after the divorce asking to see James, but I refused until my anger cooled. Through tears, she said,
I'll reflect on my actions.
As for me, living with James alone reduced my household burden slightly, making life a bit easier. Being a single father allowed me to rely more on my parents, who now actively help with childcare. With the rumors about Lisa's affair spreading, I didn't have to explain the reason for the divorce to everyone, and people offered sympathy and words of encouragement, which gave me some comfort. From now on, I want to work hard and live happily with my son, for my supportive parents and everyone who encouraged me. Once raising James settles down, I hope to meet someone with whom I can share my life and remarry. For that reason, I intend to take care of my health and maintain my youth for as long as possible.
How was today's video? If you enjoyed it, please subscribe, like, and leave a comment. Stay tuned for more.